Okay.
Okay, today we're going to talk about lead changes. This colt is a just turned 3-year-old colt. Today's February the 21st, 2011. Some of the things that you're going to need to keep in mind on your colt before you can work on lead changes, you got to have him broke the leg pressure. If you want to move the hip around, you got to be able to move the hip around. If you want to be able to move the front end, you got to be able to push on it, move that front end over, out of the way. There you go. You got to have control of all parts of your colt. Okay? I'm going to come right towards the camera and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing is I'm loping around the pen, getting this colt set up to do a lead change. Let's say that I'm on my right lead, okay? And I'm going to set him up to do a lead change over to my left lead. As I'm loping along, I'm going to pick up my left rein to block his shoulder. I'm going to bring my left leg in to move the ribs over out of the way. And then I'm going to bring my right leg in to move the hip first into the lead change. And ask the colt to change the lead. As we come up the pen, and of course this colt is not a finished horse, so he's going to respond differently than a finished horse will. But he'll respond very much like that colt you're riding. He's going to be moving over, and then he's going to be moving over. Okay? And that's when we're going to do the lead change. And I'm not going to release this left rein until he changes to that left lead, because if I do, he's going to drop the left shoulder, get the lead change in the front, and miss at the back. I want him to change at the same time, or even in the back a little sooner than the front. But I will not release that shoulder until he makes that lead change. Okay? So I'm going to jog his colt off, lope him around here a little bit, come up the pen, and show you what I'm going to try to do. You okay, Mary? And again, you don't want to do a lead change until your colt's loping around real relaxed.
The thing to remember is a lead change is not a change of direction, it's a change of lead. That's why we do them a lot on the straights.
So move him over. After that lead change, take him off the other way.
Tim, I wasn't zeroed in very good.
As I'm loping around, I'm even going to move this colt's hip to the inside, doing the circle, just getting where it gets off my leg and rope. I'm going to bring my outside leg in. I'm going to ask him to get over, just like that, and let off of him. Let him come back to me. He ain't going to like it, so don't let him run off too tight. Now I'm going to move the ribs over and make the lead change. Make the turn. I'm going to take you across the head diagonal. Move over. that lead change that I'm releasing. Right on around. Again, him just being a 3-year-old, and it's cool. He's fresh down here. But there's a lot of leg pressures that you've got to be able to do. Your horse has to accept you moving him around, side passing him, all that good stuff helps set him up for lead changes. To accept that. And again, if you're coming up the pin, whether you go to move the ribs over or the hip, he's most likely going to think, well, you're laying a little spur on me, I'm just going to speed up. Don't let him do that. Keep him bridled up. Make him move, let off of him. Make him move, let off of him. Because you don't want that every time you put a spur on him means he's changing the lead. Okay? Because you might be just trying to move him over in the pin. So don't let him change the lead every time you do that. Let's see, what else? Faithful assistant, am I forgetting anything?
I mentioned that just because it's a change of lead doesn't mean it's a change of direction. That's why we do them on the straights a lot.
Yep. When you're working at home, if you'll notice, you didn't see me go straight across this pin and change the lead at any time. This colt's not ready for something that quick. But you can turn and go at a diagonal so that you can set him up and make the lead change as you're going towards the wall. The wall helps you kind of keep the colt where you want him and also helps you make that change and then go off the other way. But it's a change of lead, not a change of direction. If I'm coming straight at the pin and I want to change the lead, we do it on the straightaway and we keep right on coming and then we turn. Too many people turn and change the lead at the same time, and again, if you do that, drop the shoulder, kicks the butt out, and now you got a problem. They're going to hop along, crossfire, and have a difficult time getting that lead picked up. Okay? While I got the camera rolling, we're going to talk about turnarounds just a little bit. Okay, your colt, because I'm doing this video like this is only for Justin, probably is. Your colt already turns around pretty nice. Okay? Just to keep him flat and forward, walk that colt around, lift that inside rein, and make him stay flexible. Am I too close to you, Mary?
I'm sorry?
Am I too close to you?
No.
And don't be afraid to jog that colt around, drive him into the bridle a little bit. Bridle him up, make him work, make him go somewhere. Because when you go into the turnaround, you still want him to go somewhere without you spurring. So give him something that you'll hear him referred to as forward impulsion. Give him some forward impulsion. This means get him going somewhere. Okay, you can wind this thing down. Just go step across. Take him right on out of it. Keep him nice and flat and forward. You can counterbend the colt. Again, use your outside rein now. Make him get off of it. Free up them shoulders. Make him get over. Use your outside leg. Kind of bump him. And again, he's not necessarily going to love this. That's okay. These are just drills. These are drills that you can do to improve your horse's turnaround. Keep him so that you can actually work with him and train him, and then he's not always just trying to do the tricks. Okay, you don't want to get on him, and every time you lay a rein to him, this son of a gun turns around like he's getting out from underneath you. And you got to remember, these guys are just coming 3-year-olds, and none of them are 3 yet. Because all of our colts aren't born until April and May. So you just want to keep them real quiet about it. Okay? I don't have a clue how all that looks. It's about as much information as I've got on it. It's the things that we use a lot on these colts. The lead change, the video I was telling you about, I probably loaned out for somebody to watch me. I don't have it. So that's why I thought I'd just make this DVD and send it to you so you can go on with that colt a little bit. Lots of leg. Make that colt allow you to put a lot of leg on him to move him over. And you guys do that at Don's. You open and close gates, you move the cows around and all that. You make them just handy horses. Continue to do that with that colt. Make him allow you to put leg on him and move him around.
Do you want to talk about starting the stop? Making him get back up a bit without pulling on him?
Not on this one here. Again, that colt's getting where he stops pretty good. And I think Justin and them know enough to step him back off the bridle a little bit. But this thing's getting pretty lengthy. And that's pretty easy to just talk through, where lead changes are more difficult. But that was a good suggestion. I'm proud of the input. This video is probably a little better than the last one I shot for this same kind of purpose. It was a lot greener horse, but that's about all I know about him, Justin. You can see if that helps you. You can see if this helps you. If you've got some questions, give me a holler on the cell phone and I'll answer any questions that you got, or if it's not working good. I've rode that colt several times, changed leads on him and what have you. You saw Stefan change the lead on him. So he knows some of these drills. Continue to use them. Okay? Anything else, give me a holler. We'll talk through it. Okay? I hope this helps. You can watch it as many times as you want and see if it makes any sense to you. Okay? Thank you.
See you, Justin.